And we are live. Feedback Friday. I've stopped counting. But I know you can see all the secret channels, but yeah, I'm just gonna start right off. I only have one screen this time, so I think I'm gonna have a pop-out chat window or something. I only have one screen. But we manage, okay? We do manage. And yeah, I'm gonna just go to our first track here. Cramming things on one screen. That's feedback. Your last Bopperino. I don't think I've heard one of your tracks, Dart Fled. So here we go. Alright, here we go. Okay. This is truly a challenge with one screen, but we manage, okay? A song about the dangers of reading. 12/8. Mid-tempo. Follow back for sure. But this looks interesting. Cover art goes hard, per usual. And I think I need to turn myself a bit louder, or just a bit quieter. Strong intro. Cool sound design. There's plenty of elements. You got the percussion.
And even
cool vocal.
Labor keen.
Okay.
Into death.
Great sound build. Damn. Structure and build up here is great. This drop is great. I like the use of emptiness in it. You know, you're not filling it up with fills. I mean, it's always worth a try to put in cool fills there, but it slaps as is. And then for some variation, you have the percussion switching up, and this lead. It's kind of solid. I think your basses could maybe be better. I don't know, but part of the vibe is kind of subdued MIDI, underwater sounding bass, but great variation in the progression through that drop. Cool swing on the hats. And the mix sounds good now, it's let me... Except, see, you have your doom to doom. I feel like your kick transient can be harder in comparison to this kind of 808 or tom type hit. It already hits hard, but I think it hit a little harder. Snares good, the hats sound good in there. Hats might even be a bit too loud at times. I'm being real honest with you. Okay. Your boy's Enchant. For the record, it is still hard to hear my voice over the music, okay? Okay. Let's see that. You get to see the abyss. Hello. Hello. Okay. This should be good now. Thank you for letting me know. I don't think I've heard a track of yours, Enchant, so I'm looking forward to that. This is slappy. I like the transition out and this kind of little melodic breakdown. Cool rhythms and melodies. You're really just doing the most with them. Not doing the most, but you know what I mean. I feel this is definitely a stylistic choice to just have it chilled out here. But I don't know, you always want to keep attention. You know what I mean? So maybe some element, bring it back into this. I don't know, it seems pretty solid though. That's definitely stylistic choice. I cannot confirm or deny. Also, it sounds very mid-heavy. Like, especially with this kind of like that subtle grungy, like very subtle layer. Kind of muds it up. Especially when it gets into tone. Not sure if I'm feeling that layer. That's intentional. It's a bit muddy. Overall, just I think brighter mix. You can literally just EQ the master and or compress the high as multiband. You know what I mean? A bit less prominent hi-hats. Oh, getting the trappy hats now. Yeah, just be very careful with the mids because I was saying earlier, they kind of eat up the clarity. I think the elements are pretty clear, but when the sub hits, like the mids of the sub kind of... a bit less clear. Also, one thing to note, I don't think the snare is bad, but I think it's definitely audible, but I think it can punch you a bit more. Just punch you. You can compress it more. Punchy compressor, or just have it louder in the mix, less reverby. Stylistic choice. It is kind of N12.8, which I respect. But that was hella unique, and the structure is great. Had everything it needed. The other thing... I think it's pretty solid. But the outro is good and gets the job done. But yeah, that was my first track I heard from Limbs. Give him a follow. This is Heat. There's really not much to critique here. You can argue most of the stuff I said as a stylistic choice. Definitely drums before second drop. Yeah, turn on the hats a bit. Says Caleb Dempsey. Appreciate you dropping in here, Caleb. Livening up the chat. Alright. New waves, just 18 hands, X waves. Oh my gosh. Turkish get down. Damn, it's about to go crazy in here. Get the LEDs out. Okay, I hope I'm more audible over the rest of it now at this point. Okay, but yeah, Limbs. Banger. Zenchant, follow you back. This is dope. Everyone else agrees. Let's find out if they're right. How does the chat work? It's right on YouTube. It should be like you're watching the stream. It should be like
the sunshine. The sunshine has the power to love.
Yeah, I'm gonna just restart so I can focus on this. No problem though. Cool atmosphere, samples, little sound effects.
Like the sunshine.
No vocal.
The sunshine has the power to love.
Okay, subtle delay. Pretty melodies, guitar. Lots of melodies interweaving here. Very clear mix.
And you have to see.
The vocal, I feel like you can kind of like blend it in, because you see how it like just sticks out for 1 second, then it's gone. If you just like throw some reverb on it, it'll kind of blend to the atmosphere. This is my opinion. Maybe you could have like cleaned it up a bit more, like clean up the noise using like Ableton's reduce ambiance effect. But who knows, that might be part of the aesthetic. Building up nicely, all this melodic stuff, all the sounds here. Percussion's beautiful. I like you use a subtle reverb on stuff to give it that bass. Damn. I think you could have a bit more like anticipation and preparation for this hit here. And it's so fucking big, and I just feel like a bigger, even bigger sweep or like drum thing, something before would really make it just like, oh shit. It still knocks though. Progression's really good. The sound design on this bass is really sick too. Like that kind of reverb-y effect. It's awesome. Just the water drop and the Foley samples. Here's one thing. I think your bass sounds huge already, but I think it can be even more upfront in the mix. You know, I think like throwing on some polyverse wider or infected mushroom wider, whatever, would really have that effect. Also, just like OTTing the shit out of it. It might not need it, probably doesn't, but just bringing the levels up, cause like in this part, it almost sounds like not upfront right in my ears. I want that hit blowing my ears out. Also, I was gonna mention earlier, I think your melodic stuff could have more like a rhythmic effect, but here it does. Like, it has rhythmic and it plays with the bass, which I think is really nice. I think, well, this is very optional. Everything I say is optional. I gotta stop saying that. But, like, as for the snare, I think you could have a bit more prominent kind of snare layered. I see, oh, I hear I have one kind of reverbed out. But maybe just having a bit more of that transient could make it groove harder. I don't know, it depends. It's a different groove, you know, having the fat hit versus the light hit. The progression was really good and interesting. Sound design's crazy, all the arrangements are nice. It's pretty damn nice. I would just like that bass to be even more upfront. Just stereo widening and just putting the levels up to do that. Maybe a bit of saturation.
The sunshine is there for you. You are made of sunshine.
I definitely think all these basses could be slammed a lot more. Because your mix has like a... Or maybe my volume just isn't high enough, honestly. It might just be down. Even then. Because like the way the reverb is doing, they're sounding super wide, but like... I don't even know. You know what I mean. Hella creative. Like maybe like this kind of has a down tempo-y vibe, but I feel like more kind of driving rhythms or like flows in the bass riff would just take all this fucking insane sound design and shit. Plus the grooviness and the melody, just everything to the next level. More polyrhythmic shit. Of course, it's all stylistic, bro. I gotta stop saying that, but I think it's obvious at this point. So I feel like a down tempo-y kind of groove. You hit the nail on the head. Another thing, I think your master makes it just be brighter. It's like the last one. Get the highs up a bit more. Yeah, all these fills though, that was crazy. Like, everything's on point in this track, despite all this shit I've been saying. All this shit I've been talking. Needs hi-hats or something to keep the groove. Always take it to the next level. Well, I think just like really slamming the fuck out of the basses when they hit, you know, like OTT, saturation, widening, levels, right. Sidechain drums sound good. But I was saying, well, that would help, but also just having like even more rhythmic groove and flow to the basses. You know, like some real polyrhythmic shit that you're being forced to bob to. You can't possibly resist not bobbing to it. That kind of shit. The big drop when everything else. Well, I feel like part of it is that it's kind of like abstract and spacey during the big drop. Yeah, just on quite a few of these elements, like the basses especially, and just the master overall, I think they could be brighter, you know? And honestly, just like boosting the top end, or a bit of overdrive on the top end could do that. But again, it's subjective. That's just how I prevent any overly harsh criticism. Shit's crazy though. You definitely stop your own sound design tutorial. Like the sound design and arrangement, all the melodies, like stands out hella. Okay, but that's all I'm gonna say. I'm surprised I was able to say so much from that. That solid ass track. Solid as fuck, bro. Where the fuck? Okay. Gotta stop saying the bad words. Kids watching. Okay, 18 Hands X Waves, 2 baller musicians. Are you both in FL Studio? Oh no, you moved to Ableton. How could I forget? This intro is awesome though. A little pan percussion and the melodies going lovely. Progression. Nice. Little string instrument riff. Damn. Sounds hella professional. I think those pads could be a hair louder. Progression's hella nice build. It's getting weird and wonky. Oh yeah, bringing the homies together. I like all the sub work you're doing. You're not hesitating to change notes and rhythms. Going crazy with it. Yeah, bring it right out. This is hella Professional quality. All these bases learned from your tuts. Oh yeah. Glad to be a part of such a masterpiece right here. Really like that. The whole arrangement is super solid. Bringing it in and out real nicely, so smooth, like you said. Oh. The panning, not only is it just a cool effect, it creates a lot of space in the mix. Jay Gonzi. Who is that? I literally read Jay Gonzi and read G Jones. Didn't even matter. Yeah, you're right. Now that you mention it, I was too busy laughing at G Gones. Definitely be a bit more upfront. Because the thing is, it's like level with the rest of the mix, but sometimes you just want to give it that extra edge. I think overall, you can bring up just all these mids and highs. Say that too much. Damn. The switch up. Tasteful. That's the word for it. Driving element on top. See, but like this part grooves, but I feel like it doesn't like flow enough to really like throw the fuck down. You know what I mean? Or something. Or have some type of guide through the madness. Hey yo, welcome everyone. Welcome party people. This is hella nice though. Definitely stand by my comment. I think we just bring up all those mids and highs. No, honestly, I think I'm like projecting. I'm probably projecting because my volume just isn't as loud as it always is. I don't know. Yeah, I just gotta listen to it louder. That's my problem. Yeah, but this is super solid. Well, I mean, I think the sub might be a bit too loud, though, according to the rest. Which, I guess, brings my comment. Kind of true. But, yeah. Or what do you mean by rider? What is a rider? I think all your little lead lines definitely bring up a bit more. It's interesting that you change up the snare, it seems, between the track. But yeah, it sounds hella coherent, hella solid, and ready to be played out, just about, I would say. Roller. Okay. I see. Okay, but yeah, that's waves. Give him a follow. Also 18 hands. Both dropping this heat. This beautiful concoction known as the Turkish Get Down. Yeah, like hella professional tracks submitted thus far. Like all of them, honestly. Other stuff in the This is a test. Cool intro. I'm scared. That little sound effect is a bit too loud. Like, you can literally see that thing. Damn. I think you can definitely bring up the volume on those like response synths because there's no sub hitting. It just kind of feel like, oh, where'd the beat go, you know? But if you bring those volumes up, it should be rolling. Hard as fuck though. How long did it take to get my hair that long? Maybe like I don't know, at least a year. Yeah, at least a year. Yeah, this shit knocks. Getting a trim will help it grow more. I don't know what I'm going for. You are on TV. I think you can have a bit more going on during these sections. Especially this break here. For the one, it's about the same as this build up, which is not uncommon, but I think you can at least have some drums or some beat going, you know, to keep the groove, and then a build up into this drop, just something to switch it up, right? Also, like, plenty of songs just have this kind of short minimal intro, but I think you can add just a little bit coming into this drop, you know, just a bit more in the arrangement. But yeah. Like, that's subjective because, like, it gets the job done. You deliver the beats, the bass, straight to the face. Hella unique with the snares. Good variations. It's kind of like I don't know. I don't listen to a ton of Ivy Labs, but kind of Ivy Labsy. Just like that simple, kind of half-timey, noisy, bassy beat. Yeah, like, it slaps as is. I mean, like, it's honestly ready as is, I would say. The same with all the other tracks. I just feel like if you want those finishing touches, definitely do something. Yeah. All these tracks have gone crazy. Come on, we need some guy new to this to roast. Come on. Big. All right, Faceman Beats, come on. Like, bro, like all the okay, just all the big guns are out here submitting. This isn't a feedback stream anymore, it's just a listening stream. Because only banger makers are submitting. But yeah, follow him. He's a baller. Also, like, if you have any of your tracks on Spotify, I'm working on like a Spotify playlist with like you guys and just like other generally underground artists stuff. You know what I mean? Stuff like us. And yeah. Mellow Yellow. Cool sample type thing here, I'm assuming. Whatever it is, it vibes. The birdies.
Now look what the cat dragged in blues. Put her back where I'm gonna break this shit down for drug abuse and lab rats good for nothing but nothing.
See, that kick is not in key with your... See, typically I'm not picky about kicks being in key, but that one has a long tail and it's not in key. it would be an instead of boom. Also, just like mention it. Wait, before I go, just like mention it in the your releases, in the your release channel before I go, before I leave for base. Okay, awesome. I'm just gonna like write down a quick list or something. So like Face Man, Second Nature, or Super. Wait, what's your moniker? Isn't Second Nature, is it, on the thing? I'm just Supernatural. Okay. Face Man, Supernatural. I already got some Webiverse in there. You got to put more of your stuff on Jabs. Does Jabs have anything up there? Jabs. Do you put tuners on your kicks? I mean, I usually do it by ear just because I've messed with this stuff for a while, but try a tuner, you know? Okay, wait. Because the tuner will do the work for you.
Right now, I brought this.
You see, but it's like not just the tuner. See, like I think the whole thing is kind of out of key with the sub. It's like it's going when it should go with the sample. It's still knocks, but I think it would knock harder. Frequency shift. I would usually just pick a kick that is tuned right. I mean, I don't think it was the kick, it was the sub. But it sounded like the kick had a sub. This shit fucking knocks, though. I think if you get that boring key, so, you know, because here's music theory. I'm just pausing a lot in this. Among Us. Okay, leave me alone, bro. No. But that's kind of what his chords are playing. And when it's resolved, you know it's think about where you could end the song in a chord progression. If I'm going you see, like, that note is resolved. You know what I mean? The key of the song you're in is basically whatever note sounds the most resolved. And in this case, it's whatever that is, and your sub is not in that key around that note. It still knocks though. But I literally think you could just go in and change your MIDI. It's a bad explanation, especially considering I know piano.
I don't really know where I'm going with this.
That's the note you want to be at.
I'm very
The root note of your sub.
much an idiot right now.
If it helps, sub is kind of hard to hear the exact note, but you can put it up higher and just listen to the sine wave, like. So this sounds like a little whistle. A whistle dip. Funny fellas submitting bangers.
Monkey smashing pumpkins, slugging past boogie woogie goosebumps, buzzing, drunken, crushing cans, boogie man buzzing, fucking punk kids pumping grass.
You definitely lay down some of the fattest grooves and flows, yeah, but like I think you're pretty much good. Like the structure is fine, like especially for like a bootleg type thing. You know, you keep the integrity of the sample. You can always add more like risers and drums and layer stuff on top of the sample. But as for like the bare bones of it, shit knocks. Get that in key, it will knock harder. And yeah, like I said, maybe go in and get the stuff. Also, sub probably too loud. You always make that sub too loud. Like, what can I say? It's subjective, bro. It's all subjective. Casher Kwan, who is that, bro? You scared me. Okay, but anyways, that's Faceman Beats. He lays down the knockers, to say the least. I follow Jabs too. Follow everyone. We support each other. Faceman Beats, there he is. Follow him now. Okay, but Supernatural, also follow him. Putting that quality shit. Look at that waveform. Oh shit.
Pass out. Wake up. Fade it. Fade it. Fade it.
Remix.
Headshot.
Damn.
Pass out. Wake up.
I feel like the doof snare isn't the move here. I feel like a little like pink, you know, a little pink, little like something higher. Like I don't know. That's my mediocre beatboxing. Probably blowing into the mic, clipping the shit out of it. But I'm feeling everything except the snare. The structure is good. I like how you brought it right in. Also, snare might be a bit too loud in general. Also, because of the way you're flowing the bass, I think you vary the drums a bit more. Okay, maybe not this part. Yeah, Tim Bucket taps, something like that. The other thing is, like, especially with this flow, see, like, it depends on the flow. Sometimes things just flow well with the straight, like, boom, cat, boot, cat. But for something like this, I feel I can get, like, a little half-timey, like, boom, cat, boom, boom, cat, like, more hip-hoppy type drums, at least on certain parts of it. The sound design and flow is immaculate, though. Rim. I mean, not quite a rim. A rimmy snare, but something like that. That's probably the best way to describe it. Something a little lighter, like a salad snare. Low calorie. Just enough. Not too much, not too heavy. But yeah, that shit slapped. Like, I think the flow is hard enough. It didn't need a whole lot of variation. But I definitely think, well, yeah, the snare, obviously, which I've been saying. But just the groove. And if you produce for hours and hate the snare, it's okay, bro. You just gotta use my snares. I have the best snares. It's okay. In my next pack, I have the best snares ever. My last snares were, they're alright. They get the job done. But these snares, boy, you're in for a treat. Dark Chant. I'm gonna go back and review this after I've got some of the new fellas and their first submissions for this stream. You know, just so nobody's waiting too long. Flow was hard. This is me singing I'm Kendrick Lamar. Okay. I feel it. Flow is hard. Always hate my snare. Gotta design your own, bro. Or you gotta cop Bunting Music sample packs. BuntingMusic.com. 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 Shop. Free sample packs. Recycled DMB pack. Piano pack. 1K sample pack. Like, what the heck? Like, you got everything you could possibly need. And it's not working right on this small window. But, yeah. You get a whole drum pack. Best drums ever. And I have a new one in the works, which is the best sample pack ever made. And I'll stand by that. No, you don't gotta buy anything, but I'm probably gonna drop a better drum tutorial sometime too. Beautiful paths and melodies. This little percussive effect in the background too. It goes crazy. I feel like you can add like one more element when this Reese comes in. There's plenty going on, but I'm feeling just like one more thing. Like if you can't think of the downside, then listen to your mix in a car. That'll just show you. I'll leave it at that. Like literally, like in a car, like you won't even be able to hear your mids and highs a lot of the time. You know, experience that firsthand. You know what I mean? And also like on a festival system, you know what I mean? Because festival system, like you're mostly hearing the sub. And the other thing is, right, like, so it's not that like your sub is extra loud in your track. It's all relative, right? Like all the tracks are reaching about the same like LUFS or like the same loudness average, right? Same loudness average, except yours just has a louder sub in proportion to the mids. If everyone's playing out their tracks, their sub's all going to be around the same level as yours, except their mids and highs will be clearer. You know what I mean? Like the submates, you might be able to turn it up more, right? Turn up the volume more. But like when you're on an equalized system that everybody's playing their tracks at the same average volume, then yeah. Basically everybody's subs in the end are the same volume. You might as well get your whole mix as loud as possible. Too long. Didn't read summary. If you can hear the sub separately from the rest of the tune, it's too loud. I don't know. It depends. I like a little sub. It depends though. It also depends on the sound design over it. Like sure, you're able to crank it louder to get the sub knocking on like less than par systems, but like overall, just ain't worth it. Ain't worth. I like to have the sub like just peeking over the point where it blends in. You know what I mean? I don't know. It really depends on the sound design over top of it and the track. Sorry, I'm just talking over this beautiful down tempo. But yeah, we left off there. Builds up nicely with strings and vocals. Not sure if I'm the biggest fan of the snare. Drums are good overall. Cool percussion. Super smooth. Has everything. Track that has it all. And you have this like drone up top. Whoa. I think one thing though, you can have your pad just be hella wide. Just wider it, stereo, whatever it, reverb it. Just cause like I really want that just filling up the whole spectrum all around me, engulfing you in that lovely down tempo pad. I think you could do that treatment to everything, but especially the pad. That and have it a bit louder. Cause you want to create that thick atmosphere. I don't know, I'm just picky about snares. A little too doofy and noisy for my taste, but I don't know. It's all your taste. I'm just a tastemaker or whatever. I'm a critic. Cool little change up with the beautiful horns. Getting the epic vibe. Oh man. But it's wobbling now. The Reese is wobbling, guys. Super solid. I was just thinking recently I wanted to start working on some of the collabs I've been asked about. So I think I'm gonna hit you up on the Robin Williams type beat sooner rather than later. And this is a banger. Okay, well, one thing, this lead, it can definitely sound a bit corny because this is like the freaking like Soulja Boy lead. Like, I can demonstrate. You know what I mean? Gets the job done, but just warning that. In fact, it doesn't sound too corny to me, but just be aware of that. You know, the Soulja Boy lead. Like, play Soulja Boy Kiss Me Through the Phone and you'll hear it. Yeah. A nice outro too, not ending on the root for that suspenseful vibe. But yeah, that was an epic journey. The main thing, everything sounds solid. That lead, be careful about it. Yeah, the progression's just hella nice. I would definitely get those pads, like really filling up everything. That'll just take to the next level. Glitch mob type of lead, synth. I'm not too familiar with glitch mob, so you have to like give me a reference. I mean, if it's close to your reference, like for sure, just be aware of that. Soulja Boy lead. But yeah, that's Webverse. Give him a follow. Give him a follow. Or else. Or else. Okay. Oh, what? Okay. Back to business. Hope you followed him. Also, a new guy. Man's got a hose. Biggest comeback. Awakening the Soulja Boy. Like you intentionally own the Soulja Boy lead. He's got the verification and everything, man. You should be doing the feedback stream. But here's my feedback. Like what? Like 27,000 dudes. That's for my feedback. What could I say, bro? Why don't you ask it for them? They love it. For all these anime dudes, got like the old school, like Blady vibe, or like I mean, look at the pic. He's got the glowing anime girl, a little bit of a Blady vibe, or like old school 2000s trance vibe, and you're nailing it. Mix sounds solid, arrangement's good, all the stuff is coming in beautifully. Oh, okay, it's because it's hyper pop. You tricked me, bro. I fuck with it though. Nice bass tease. Casher Quan, what does that mean? I think you can have the clap thing a bit louder. That's about it. Thing is, it's hella clear. I just would like a bit more punch out of it. And also the vocal. I think the vocal could just be a hair louder. Like maybe not. I would have to hear it. Hello? Okay, I'm just hearing it. I'm tripping, bro. Yeah, I was gonna mention that, but I was holding back. Kitch is coming in pretty saturated. The thing is, I feel like you can get that like thump, but just get it a bit cleaner, just like depending on your kick choice. Maybe soft clip it a bit less. It's coming in a bit too crisp for my taste. Like I dig the kind of soft clip like thump, but I like a bit more thump, less clip. And the progression is really nice. And you really nailed this style. I really thought you were about to turn it around with some like hyper pop, Blady-esque like bass music, but we got the rap, we got the collab rap. But yes, it sounds solid to me. I mean, everyone else likes it. Yeah, I mean, like for this style, you check every box. The kick is, I guess, the main thing. But again, that's stylistic, bro. Toasted kick, yeah. Nah, it's a little burnt. I'll admit it. A little crispy. It's a good adjective though. But yeah, like I think you nailed this style. I don't produce it because I don't know. I might mess with that at times, but I don't know. Not enough of my friends are begging to be on a Drain Gang Blady type beat. Yeah, I fuck with it. I do fuck with it. Not much feedback I can get. You know what you're doing. You get plenty of plays on it. Back to the bass. Thank you for submitting. Oh, this guy again. Bangers only tonight. Solid intro. Progressing up with some cool neuro-y. Whoa, 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 whoa. Building up.
And it don't stop till we get the popo off the block.
Yeah. You know what you're doing.
Till we get the popo off the block. Don't stop till we get the popo off the block. 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 Till we get the block. Block.
This isn't a feedback stream anymore. You guys are getting too good. Bangers only. Variations on point. Mixes on point. Structures on point. I'm gonna have to step up my feedback. Get real critical about it. Well, because like at a certain point, it becomes like, oh, like here's what you can do to make this better. Where it's not just me saying, oh, it's subjective though. It's literally subjective at this point. You know what I mean? Like you check every box. What am I gonna do? Like you get an A+. Like if I was grading you. Like you really gotta see. Here's my feedback: promote your stuff more because this is like release ready. This is label ready. Send it out to labels. You know, like get on social media, start getting your name out there because. Same with all your other fellows that are release ready. I mean, you know who we are.
And it don't stop till we get the popo off the block.
Like literally, like this is much better than a lot of the stuff I see like released on labels at times. Submit another version of the beat without the vocals. Well, sure you can. I just might take a minute to get to it because I like to get all the other fellas. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. You get an A++ for bringing the drum and bass beat. I'm always advocating for like more sub interest, you know, just like the most sub interest possible because I feel like that's a real way to stand out. That's my only feedback. I couldn't hear the sub terribly well, which means it's mixed pretty well. But yeah, of course, I'll always get the sub interesting. But yeah, you get an A+. Send to Khan. Hardest part of music is marketing, facts. Also one of the funnest. I guess it is because you really can it can be a grind, but seeing the fruit of your labor makes it worth it. But yeah, like drop this shit. Submit to whoever. You don't know what you're doing. No, you know what you're doing. It's imposter syndrome. No, the thing is, like, I don't know. If you're just throwing random shit together and it's like slapping this hard, like you might feel like you don't know what you're doing, but the product shows. Like literally that's all most bass producers are doing. They're just throwing random shit together and it's like, oh shit. Kind of hits. But yeah. You know what you're doing. Even though it doesn't feel like it. Just trust the process. Definitely just show more people your music. Because it's really release label ready. And I mean it. I mean it. Same with the other fellas. Alright, I'm repeating myself, but you know what I'm saying. Shit is too pro for 70 followers. Catalinks. Cool layers and melodies, all panning. Beautiful progressions. One thing I feel like this one pad, this kind of organ sounding pad, is eating up a lot of the clarity in the mix. Just maybe watch the level or watch the mids on it. Yeah, absolutely. Arrangement, progression, just going well, going lovely. Baby rhythm. Looking at these emotes. Dab. Damn. Coming with the fat sub. I heard you had a bit of a mid on your sub in the beginning. I think that could be louder and just more prominent overall. Definitely watch the mids. The other thing is mid-side EQ. Scoop the mids on the mid-side EQ, boost the highs on it. I think that'll help a lot since you have such spacious sounds. Another thing is some of your sound effects type things, like the way you process them, they almost sound like, I don't know, like isotope vinyl or whatever. Kind of like a lo-fi tinge. I don't know, they just don't sound as clear and crisp as the others. I'm not sure if that's like in your sound design or like your post-processing on it. But like, where was it? It was somewhere, but when it happens again, I'll point it out. But like some sounds just like stick out from the rest. Like that sound there almost did. I think it might be like the reverb you have on it. Someone's saying, talking the secret text, can't let them know. Definitely, I think adding a tiny space, just the tiniest reverb, makes everything sound high fidelity, tippery. The progression's hella crazy though. Like how it's morphing, and now you have this sub pumping. I like how that sub comes in, like whoa. You see, like those kind of sounds, they just don't sound as polished compared to the rest. Honestly, I feel like more reverb can just cover that up nice and easy. But don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I just throw reverb on shit if it sounds bad. Not that it sounds bad, okay? It just sticks out. Also, one thing you gotta get like You gotta put like trippy visionary art as the covers for this, alright? And you gotta like make it public, cause people would kill to listen to shit. Again, just like the last dude, like better than most down tempo I hear out here. And you're just letting it sit privately for 4 views, 4 plays. Show to the world. The world needs these high vibrations. They need them. Yeah, like the resampling can kind of make it like not as crisp as the rest, you know. Either like synthesize something similar or just cover it up with reverb. Yeah, but they just sound a bit more low fidelity than the rest of the track. They just stick out. I feel like the heavy vibe of this doesn't quite match. Just this last little section. I feel like the heavy vibe of this sound design doesn't quite match, or it doesn't transition, because there's like tension in it. You know what I mean? Which I feel like should be a bit more introduced or either changed. Just be mindful of that last part. But yeah, like shit sounds solid to me. Like, pretty astonished how much shit you have going on, but the mix is still pretty clear. Just be super careful of the mids. Definitely get some mid-side EQ action going. And that's more with the stereo range, can really give things its own space. Sennheiser Ambio, bro. But yeah, that's the way to do it. Okay, that's your boy Catalinks. Give him a follow, so you'll be first in line when he actually drops these bangers. Okay. Ooh, new profile picture as well. I forget every week. Chunky Groove. Make it its own song. Okay. We'll get that. What's that? Blunt Coin. Luna Dialect. New guy alert. Luna Dialect. Okay. Of course, I follow everyone that submits because I'm just epic. Damn. Fat bass, fat foley, fat low melodies. Damn. Vibes heavy. This picture's great too. That reverse kick. That lead isn't quite in the key. I don't know, not feeling the lead melody. It's like, it's what is it? Tense? Or disharmonious. Which could be intentional, but I don't know. Be careful. Nice progression with it. So sub is probably definitely too loud. I feel like the flow melody isn't as strong for this section here compared to this first one. And and just not enough variation beyond this lead. I feel like, because it's all like hitting similar notes in the same range, I think if you like venture out of those, or just like expand the range that of notes that it's hitting, you know what I mean, would make it a lot more interesting. And of course, just like you can introduce some mid basses type things. I think some little mid basses, like the more stuff like that, could make it slap crazy. And work those just into the arrangement, because if you add those plus the melody, you get some deep, dark, dusty banger. See, look, like it sounds much more interesting when it's spanning these octaves with the melody compared to just in the mid range. Also, the mid range tend to sound a bit muddy. I thought it sounded fuck good though. Fine. I was about to say fine, but I was like for good. I just think like some mid basses and kind of more range in the melody, in this section especially, make it hella more interesting. I like the progression you have going though. Another thing is you might want to, you have like the sub slapping throughout the whole thing. If you take a break from like the beat in the sub, just like a breakdown type section, that'll make the next part have much more anticipation and slap harder, and just make it more varied, you know? Make it varied and beautiful. Drums knocked though. Wait, what does chat have to say? This is it. So far, this is like my dog, bro. Small and heavy. This is it, the gas. Pretty gassy, I must say. Bird music. Oh, that's a bird. Alright, I'm fucking with bird music. That was Luna Dialect. Follow him for this banger and more. Also, this is a banger logo. Moon language. She scares me. Where the fuck did you get this? It's a little unsettling and a bit drawn out, but I don't know, I respect it. Why'd you have to say it in that accent, though? That's what gets me. That bird calls a little loud. The drum's a little loud. Intro's a little long in general. Especially this part. Like, I get the eeriness of that part, but you just have drums and... building up, though. This thing is like not much new is being said musically, right? But it's just spanning over a long period of time. Sup dog, Kraz8. You got any tracks for me to roast? Okay, never mind. I take it all back. Made it all up with this plucky melody. I think you can bring up this melody a bit. Also, it sounds like your limiter is kind of eating up stuff because like that ding hit and like stuff ducked, you know. Just be very careful with the levels when pushing it to the limiter. Use like the Max for Live limiters. They're nicer, I find. A little bird-like lead. Oh, I think it's just a guitar. It sounded birdie though. Whoops. Bro, opening the wrong thing. I'm trying to see the chat. Okay, nope. The madness continues. More polished tracks. I think you could definitely have some type of pad going. Also, maybe just turn down the amount a bit on this panning, so it's not as like back and forth. Just like a subtle back and forth. Definitely have like a fat pad layer. Also, more stereo. There's so much room in the stereo to be taken up beyond just this panning drum. Bird call's a little loud. Also, I think you can just have more reverb stuff and delay stuff to just get that thick atmosphere going. But before the thick atmosphere, well, that plus like clarity in the mix. Always be careful with the mids. And I think there could be just a bit more going on developing musically. You know, it's kind of like a chill, laid back vibey. But I always err on the side of excess. You have little elements introducing. But I think you can have like even more ear candies. Candies for your ears. Crass 8 Rocky. Looking forward to it. Okay. I'm listening to Crass 8 Rocky, and then if there's nothing else, I'm gonna go back and listen to our previous resubmitters. This sound is cool. See, I think you can have like crazy sound design, atmospheric sound effect, everything. Big words, a lot of them. You can have just more of that throughout the whole entire track. You know what I mean? Just more subtle, you know? And then you can have one part where it's very upfront, like here. Like really, just do what you're doing here, just throughout more of the track, and I think you're good. Really. I mean it. This is beautiful though, despite me skipping through it. It's a beautifully tragic lead type sound effect, crazy thing. And it kind of fades out. Bird music. Bird music. That's bird music by as well. Still don't know how to pronounce it. I'm ashamed. He's been to me. He's been to DMV. He's been to Co. It's been all around, but drop some tracks, bro. Drop some tracks. Next Friday or something, if I get tired. If I do get tired, I'll let you know. Okay. But that was Bird Music. Give him a follow. Homies follow homies. But this is Rocky dubstep. He's posed up. I know that much. But let's see if it's loud. Loud ass wins.
Just watching every day was like a privilege. And the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow.
I think you can have a bit more.
Let me tell you something.
You have everything you need,
The world ain't all
but you can have
sunshine
something.
and rainbows. It's a very mean,
Just like a
and
pad
nasty place.
or
I don't
sound
care how
effects
tough
type
you
things
are,
back
it
here.
will beat
Fill
you
it
to
up
your
more.
knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard
Same
as
here.
I
I think you could definitely have some kind of bass teaser here
It's about how hard
for a
you
bit
can
more
get
flowing
it
groove.
and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
Cool vocal
That's
though.
how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hit and not
Good
point
build.
fingers saying you ain't where you want to
I think it build up a bit faster. Also have high-end percussion like snares or whatever. Banger. Nice variations in sound design. All this shit knocks. I think you could have a bit more variation for the second half because you have this section. Or like maybe introduce like some, you can vary the timbre of it, you know, just slightly edit the sound design. For new timbres, new interests and shit. Beyond anything though, I feel like you can just have a lot more just cool atmospheric samples and sound effects. Maybe a pad, like some kind of chord change outlining your melody. For those sections would do the most for you. Well, the outro gets the job done. But yeah, that's your boy Kraz8. Drop went crazy, to say the least. Definitely always call and response first, you know? Like you can flow with a bunch of different things. But bro, I skipped your song on accident. Okay, well that's funny that your laptop died. So, okay, I think I'm gonna, that's Kraz8, but just always keep call and response in mind, and definitely fill up the intro more. The mix sounded fine to me, honestly. Sub sounded, I think it was just right, honestly. Who knows, maybe a bit too loud, I'm not sure. But, yeah. I'm getting tired, so it's gonna be the last one. I don't know why I'm not following you. Is this like your first track you've actually submitted? But now I'm following you, doing it with Baby Rhythm. I thought there was a pause in this music, but music paused. Cool impact, cool scary synth. I feel like this reach should really be hitting the bass frequencies. You could layer it with another one down an octave. Just up in like the mid highs, but I feel like it should be much lower. Of course, thanks for submitting. Oh, so that space is kind of empty. Good build though. I feel like you should tease this bass here, since it's so wonky. Like just tease it, you know, in the build up. Also, I feel like, okay, you see how much that's peaking? That horn is way too loud. Also, be careful with using impacts and drops, as they can take a lot of the space in the mix. The other thing is, I feel like this bass, it's a cool ass bass, but I feel like you can definitely have layers underneath it, just like classic rhythmy womps underneath it. This is hitting me as more of like a top layer bass. And I think for right here on the silence, you can have some type of fill, like a drum. That would make it hit much harder. Or a bass fill. Also, same with here. Like in any little space, you know, just add a little drum fill, add a little percussion fill, add a little bass fill. Put the volume on those. Also, I think for the second half of the drop, you can change the timbre of the bass. You don't remember adding a silence? I don't remember adding a silence. Alright. Well, it's there now, so. Definitely can hear the doom influence in this synth. Need the bass though. I'm missing the kick during this build-up though. Just need that bass thumping. This is kind of stanky for no good reason. I feel like you can OTT this bass more. One thing, like, this kind of slaps, but I'm not sure if it was what you're going for, because I think it's actually too low, which is why it's giving that, like, buzzy, unclear tone. You know what I mean? Where, like, well, yeah, if it hits too low of a note, the pitch becomes unclear, it just becomes, like, buzzy like that, which kind of slaps in this context. I think it would slap in another context, but also definitely more variation on that. I like the little groove on it. Needs more OTT, though. Like weeble wobble. The second part. Or this part. I'm not hearing it. Oh, you tried like resampling it or something? Okay, I'm not sure if that was the intentional outro. But if it is like supposed to be some kind of like glitchy, weird outro, I would like definitely add more effects to indicate that, like pitch stops, stutter effects, and all that. But build-ups are super solid. I like the intro bass. Needs more bassiness. Needs more bassiness. You know, I'm not gonna repeat myself on everything like I usually do. Something like the second drop. I'm not sure. But anyways, that's all I can bear to say. My mind has been exhausted. Thank you everyone for dropping in. Like the stream now so YouTube promotes it. And yeah, really appreciate you guys tuning in, submitting your tracks. Always improving, you fellas. But yeah, I'll definitely check out some of your other tracks at a later time. But for now, I'm calling it good evening. Thanks everyone. One more thing, okay? I just gotta shout out. I always gotta shout out. Right. Follow me on SoundCloud, Bunting. Also, buntingmusic.com. You can get lessons from me. You can get samples. You can get sample packs, right? They're cool. You can get lessons from me. Also cool. You can support me on Patreon, right? Because if you support me on Patreon, you get access to like a ton of shit, right? You get access to, if it actually loads, okay, like pretty much all my, well, literally all my video project files, right? Also my stream project files, also my video presets, and more, right? There's some more cool stuff in there, little short tutorials that I didn't post on YouTube, and all that, right? Oh, sorry, I didn't, can we submit finished tunes? Yeah, submit your tune. I'm just gonna do Indil's tune and then wrap it up. Okay. So that I'm done my Patreon shout out. Indil, submit your tune. I'll play that one and then I'm out. And then I'm out. All right. Submit it now. Last of the night. No more submissions after Indil. It doesn't have to be work in progress. Just submit that boy. Okay. No. Can you just DM it to me? Or if it's finished, I might just pull it up. Just DM it to me somewhere on Discord. On Discord, add Bunting1337. Oh shit. Stop. I don't know why it's to my library. Which track is it, bro? YouTube doesn't like links. They just delete links. Is this the track you want, Yugen? Is Yugen the track? I'm just typing here since it's quicker. It's not such a delay in communication. Oh, never mind. He did DM it. Okay, it is Yugen. So, okay, we're playing Yugen. Profound awareness of the universe that triggers. Yeah, that's facts. It's fucking nasty. Let's hope they're right. Cool atmospheres, cool melodies. Cool offbeat hat. Mix is nice, atmosphere is nice, plenty of elements, keeping it interesting. Damn. Brought it into that nicely. Damn. There's like rhythmic fills. The flow. I would work on the resolution of the cover though. Seems a bit low res to me. But the mix sounds solid. Progression is solid. Kind of have a breakdowny section here. Too. I feel like you definitely could have had a little break in here, you know, to create some variation, build up into another drop or breakdown, you know. With no sub, just give the sub a break. He needs a rest. He's working so hard to push these waves. It was done in paint. I mean, it looks good to me. Thing is, I think you could still get the resolution higher, like by changing your exporting settings or whatever. Looks pretty damn nice for being in paint. Like really, I think just like one break in there can add a bunch of variation. I don't know, it's subjective though. Because like even though this shit is slapping, when you don't have the context of like the breakdown not slapping, not laying down the beats and bass, it just removes so much of that impact that you're just missing out on it, you know what I mean? The other thing, I feel like I feel like it just kind of fades out in terms of the slapperness of it. You know what I mean? It just gets less interesting in terms of the drop arrangement. I mean, always, the call and response in here is much stronger. And much more interesting elements weaving in compared to here, where it's just more just like passing back and forth elements. Yeah, though. That's all I can think to say. Yeah, but that's all I can think to say. Repeating myself. But yeah, it is pretty bloody mental, mate. DNB, I don't know about that. Halftime, maybe. But yeah, thanks for submitting. Of course, man. Happy to listen to this banger and give you feedback on it. But yeah, that's all for tonight. Thanks everyone for tuning in. buntingmusic.com, Patreon. You know I have to shout them out. Peace, love, smoke DMT. I do not endorse the use of substances. YouTube, don't demonetize me. Alright? But anyways, peace out, y'all. Good night. Stay creative, stay woke. Do your shit. Stay on your grind. And bye.